Howdy, folks, and welcome to episode 118. More chat. So we are just going to be sitting here chatting away about just about anything. Y'all are more than welcome to chime in with topics if you want to bring them up, and we can. McMurray and I can talk about them. There's not going to be a Reese tonight because there he is. Well, not Reese. There's Mr. Hex.
Hey!
How you doing, sir?
Weirdos.
Jeffy.
We got we're not going to have a Reese sighting tonight because he's got the turkey trots. Literally, he told me he's going to have to miss tonight because he caught something from the turkeys. So there you have it.
I think he's not supposed to be doing that sort of thing with the turkeys, but
You shouldn't do those things.
maybe that's me just projecting my beliefs onto Reese.
Well, you know, when you do that sort of thing with, turkeys, with anybody, you're bound to catch something eventually. 9 times out of 10, penicillin takes care of it. You hope.
Yeah, when it's like not when it's people stuff. Who knows what turkeys are carrying, man? You don't know where they've been.
Right.
Other than with Reese, which might be part of the problem.
Yeah. So well, and he was unfaithful. He did go see other turkeys.
Cheating bitch.
That's right. I forgot about that.
So
He's playing with fire over there, Mr. Crawford.
Get feeling better, Reese. If you're watching, get feeling better, buddy. We love you. You're doing great work with them turkeys, making sure everybody's got a great. He says, ironically, he had a bloodborne pathogen training this morning.
Oops. It's nice when it works out that way.
You're exhibit number 1, so.
Hey, send the meandering one the link.
Yep.
Oh yeah, outstanding. Mike can hop on.
Yeah, we'll get Mike in here
Before he meanders away where we can't find him.
So
Right.
there is one cool thing to talk about today. It's
What's that?
It's May 24th, so it's the anniversary of the Denmark Strait. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
All right, I'm leaving. We're talking Navy. Goodbye.
Well, and
It's World War
tomorrow-
II. What the hell's wrong with you?
And number 2, tomorrow is the 47th, 40. I don't math well. It's the 40-something anniversary of 46th anniversary of Star Wars.
Oh, there you go.
May 25th, 1977 is
46,
when it was
maybe.
released.
And why do we have May the 4th be with you?
I don't, because people are weird, man. Because every day is Star Wars Day when you're Chris.
Well, there is that. But because it sounds like May the Force. It's a play on words. It's a pun.
How do you know when you're watching Star Wars with a Catholic?
When they say May the Force be with you, they respond with, and also with you.
Also with you. Yep, exactly.
You also get that with Episcopalians.
Some days.
Also known as little C Catholics or
Diet Catholics.
Catholic light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It happens.
I almost called an Episcopalian in the desert one time.
What's that?
I almost called an Episcopalian in the desert one time. Little bastards are fast.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Killing me. So, Walkabout Games is with us. He at 5:00 he said I'll be there. At 7:29, Charles said evening. Hex at 7:55 said first.
Yeah.
Which technically made you third. And Charles called you out on that, saying, "No, Hex, you're third. Nice try."
Yeah.
I still want to.
Thank God Charles is here to keep you in line.
Right. Marcus gives us a hey and a wave. Hey. And Meandering Mike throws in his punny humans. And then Walkabout, Mr. Long is back saying hello all. I am. Speaking of naval, I'm smack dab in the middle of the continuing build of my USS Texas, but that is not keeping me from continuing to dive deeper into diving deeper into this U.S. Civil War, the American Civil War. It is not quite an obsession for me, but almost.
It's your current interest, yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
So, Mike, what are you working on?
I am going to do the eyes on my flesh mites. I'm going to try using these acrylic markers to do that.
All right.
Whoa. I forgot
Oh,
Mike
yeah.
was crazy.
Yeah.
Good for you, buddy.
Thank you for reminding me. I was going to say that, and then I got sidetracked. So, for those that had already ordered their copy of Fistful of Lead Reloaded 2nd Edition, it should be on its way in the next couple of days. The books hit Fistful of Lead Wiley Games HQ, and they're going to be sorting and getting everybody their copies as quickly as possible. So, like I said, if you had previously ordered, they should be on your way. Now would be a perfect time to order as well, because at this point, I think you should be getting the PDF immediately now. You don't have to wait since
Correct.
as soon as they start shipping, you'll get the PDF. So
They might wait until like tomorrow when they're actually shipping out, but I don't know. Either way, you can get the PDF pretty much now, which is pretty awesome. Especially, that's always a fun one to do if you're an international guy, because you can get the PDF and print it off and then have your copy before the domestic people have theirs.
right.
So yeah, that's always a fun one.
Also, if you are in the U of K and you're looking for hard copies of any of the Wiley Games goods, you're going to want to go take a look at Caliver books. They are the current stockist.
Working on the website.
Yeah. We know
It's
the
a known
website's
issue.
we know the website's balls. So don't bring it up, or you'll end up could possibly be on the next BSing with the Baron and Steve mailbag.
Well, it's one of those things like I get that the website sucks, because it is. It's pretty dog shit. But at the same time, like, that's not, I don't know, people are like getting after Jay and Robin about it, and it's one of those like that they have. What control do they have over the Caliver Books website? Like,
Right, exactly.
come on now.
Exactly.
It's a whole independent stockist. Like, Brigade Games sucks because Lon's kind of a dick, but nobody should get angry at Jay and Robin about that. You know what I mean? Like,
Precisely.
that's not.
So,
Yeah, who knows? It's all good.
and if you are in the Western Pacific regions, Eastern, Far East Asia, or Australia, New Zealand area, and you're looking and you know somebody over there that owns a game store that would be willing to stock the product, let Jay know. So,
Oh, that'd be awesome. He needs to get with like Eureka Australia or something and get some sort of a thing going where he can sell Eureka stuff and then they sell his stuff, because I'm tired of trying to get my order from the current Eureka USA.
Okay, enough of that. Let's talk about this stuff here. Hold on a second. Hold on.
I thought you got angry at the topic that I suggested. It was incredibly topical.
Okay, so I finally figured out how I'm going to do my ACW. So
Yeah.
I took the Flames of War bases that you can print, and I put them in my chopper, and I reduced them down to fit on the wooden MDF bases, right? So I could do 2 lines. And then I took the figures I wanted. Like this is a Confederate. They're loading. They're in the second rank loading, and the first rank is firing. And I reduced those Flames of War bases and then dropped the figures down individually on them and sunk them into the base. No supports needed this way. This first batch had them. You don't only thing I would put supports on was the bottom so that they're easier to get off the damn plate. But you don't need any supports on the figures, and because they're hanging, obviously hanging below, you don't really need it. So I haven't had any muskets or even bayonets that have come off. These guys don't have any bayonets. But so that's what I'm going to do. And you saw the result of what I did here. Now, I didn't ask the question, but can anybody tell me what the colors mean?
I can't see them.
Yeah, because we're about 14 feet away from your miniature.
You can't see those colors right there.
No,
Are you
and
talking
yellow.
about the red and yellows that you were doing?
Yeah.
I don't know. I would assume it's corps and brigade markings because they each represent regiments,
Corps,
or maybe corps and division markings.
Corps, division, brigade, and then they'll have the regiment over here.
Yeah. So yes, Jeffrey, I can tell you what those mean.
So that's what I'm going to do.
What?
We'll see how far I get with every regiment that was at Gettysburg.
I'm just giving you trouble. That's a tall order, man. That's a lot of regiments.
And then when I'm done, I'll throw them in the dumpster out back.
Probably so.
No.
It's okay though.
No,
Don't
I'm
do
gonna
that.
put magnets on these and everything.
Wow.
I was going to say, don't put them in a dumpster. Just put them in your closet with your 3D printer, and then next time you get a hanker and pull them out. And
Yeah, so I'm having a little bit of fun doing. I'm having fun with the printing stuff. So
which corps are you working on right now?
Third Corps, that's Heath. So it's Heath. You can't see. I'm sorry. So it's in the yellow will be like the first or the second division that's in any corps. I haven't written down my color sequence. And then, of course, yellow for the brigade will be the second brigade of a division.
Yeah.
So this was Hill, Heath, Brockenbrow, and all the now what I'm going to do is I'm only going to do one flag stand on each brigade, and I'm going to use the majority regiments that are in there. Like if it's got 3 Texas regiments and 1 Alabama, I'm going to use the Texas flag.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because I'm not doing a flag for every freaking regiment, even though I probably should.
Yes, you should.
But I'm not, because Texas shouldn't be on the face of the earth. It should fall off into the ocean.
Mike is judging you really hard right now, and Chris is, I think, crying at this point.
Yeah. Why do you gotta hate?
So that's the next batch. I'm going to paint these Union guys, but I don't think I'm going to do that tonight. I'm going to.
That's all Jeff knows how to do is hate Civil War and hot chips.
Hot chicks.
I got a question for folks, if you have a moment.
Go ahead.
Absolutely. What's up, Mike?
I want you guys to pick which color for the eyes for the flesh mites.
Purple.
This lavender.
Lavender.
Baby blues.
Not blue. Lavender will go good. Their tentacles are purple, so I think
Well, boom. There you go.
the lavender might work well with that. So we will give it a try. Thank you. And if it's too neon, I'll put some ink wash on it. So.
All right, but you guys get something done.
I'm gonna eat this thing real quick, and then I'm gonna be doing exactly that, Jeff. You don't want to talk about the Bismarck blowing up the hood today?
No.
Huh.
No. The only water I want to talk about is the water you see in that freaking creek on my map right there.
What creek is that?
I don't know. It's somewhere in freaking Portugal.
You don't want to talk about the war where the Russians are invading Russia?
That would be kind of interesting.
That might get the channel demonetized, though. If you,
I'm about to say we're not doing that, Mike. No. As much as yes, I would like to. No. All right, Jeff. How about this? If James Longstreet had to hit a golf ball from Seminary Ridge to the Peach Orchard, what club would he use?
Oh, see, he'd probably be driver, 3-wood, 6-iron.
Okay. Now, what if George Pickett was doing it?
Oh, putter.
Pickett's Cut, a new war game from Hexy.
Yeah. Putter's charge. It's all right.
I
It's-
am loving. I'm going to sell all my games and keep only Napoleonics.
You're having that much fun with that game?
I am, dude.
That's
I am.
awesome.
I played a turn and a half here tonight. I'm going to play some more here in a minute.
How
Once I
crunchy
see-
do you think it is?
Do what?
How crunchy do you think it is?
I haven't got to the crunchies yet. That's next. When I set up the actual Battle of Vimiero, I'm going to go move up to the bigger rules, big boy rules.
Okay.
And behind me on the table, you can't see, this way, that way, is May versus Wellington.
Nice.
Old SPI. I need to get a better set of rules. I can't find my original rules, and the downloadable ones are terrible. Oh, but on the other hand, my buddy down the road that sells games, he's going to come up and hang out next week, and he's going to bring me a copy of the SPI's Ardennes quad game.
Oh, man. Are you excited about that? That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
he said he's just going to give it to me. It's a used copy. It had 3 pieces missing. He called his buddy in Chicago. His buddy in Chicago maintains that stuff, and he sent him the 3 pieces, so it's a complete game. He said it's just a little wore out, or it's used, but there's nothing wrong with the components.
Nice.
And now I'm afraid is because I played that Leipzig game from a quad box,
Uh-huh.
I'm getting this itch to collect all the SPI quad boxes.
Uh-huh.
Fucking, and there's like 12 of them, I think. And I hear Decision Games has done some reprints on some of them that are really nice.
Yeah. Wasn't Blue and the Gray a reprint of an SPI quad box?
Yeah, Blue and the Gray 1, Blue and the Gray 2.
Yeah.
The desert stuff, stuff in the Yom Kippur Suez Canal stuff.
I wish
Warning,
they'd reprint Great Medieval Battles. That was an awesome system.
some of the Decision Game reprints, they break the system sometimes.
Yeah, I heard they did that to Napoleon's Last Battles. And I bought a copy of that game for somebody in the UK and had it shipped to them. And they didn't do anything with it.
Napoleon's Last Battles, I think, might be okay, but it's Wellington's Victory that they totally changed the rules. The map looked really nice.
Oh, yeah, the Wellington Victory, the new flat box that Decision Games put it in.
Yeah, big.
Yeah. I have the TSR version and the SPI version of it. I probably won't play that. Although I am having a little fun. I got some of these other Napoleonics. I know what I got to do before July is I need to play another GBACW game.
You need to play Gettysburg before July 1st.
I'm not going to set that monster up.
No. Just a Gettysburg game.
Yeah, play the one in
Play a small
C3I
one.
or something.
Oh, advanced. I do want to do Gettysburg 77 advanced.
Oh, goodness.
And matter of fact, my buddy's going to give me another one of those too.
Oh.
So, he's bringing me 3 games.
What's the third one? Another copy of Fallschirmjäger?
No, I think he's going to bring me another Ney versus Wellington. He doesn't have Fallschirmjäger. I looked for that from him a long time ago.
I know. I remember.
Can't get your hands on it.
I can.
2 more days of work, then Jeffy goes vacationing. Gonna play a lot of fucking golf. And I'm making up some doctor's appointments. I've already made an eye appointment. And didn't realize when you have diabetes, in order to keep your maintenance up, you have to have the eye appointments.
Yes, you do.
Even though my vision hasn't changed. I'm still blind.
You gotta look at your retinas. Make sure you don't have any bleeds.
What if your eyeballs turn into like candy? Can that happen because of diabetes, Jeff?
No, I don't do much sugar anymore, so.
Well, I should hope
except
not.
Except for your cinnamon toast crunch every fucking night.
Correct.
Yeah, no, Chris, I lick the sugar off at first, and then I put it in the milk.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
No, I don't do that. I don't. Matter of fact, I'm out. I don't do it every night because my belly would bloat too much.
Just the nights that end with T.
Yeah. Just on days ending in Y.
Scala Gremlin says, "Hey all, howdy Scala. Thanks for showing up.
Good to see you, buddy.
Really appreciate it."
I thought you painted Buford's cab already, Chris Long. Look what I did to you guys, man.
It's Chris Long, man. When he paints, he paints.
So when he's doing Buford's Cav, he's going 1-for-1.
Yeah, not me. He's gonna have to print around 3,800 individual figures if he's going to do just the 2 divisions that were on the first day. You print all 3 divisions or just 2, Chris? Along with the big guns.
Oh man,
He's doing them in 2 mil. He's got a beat up grain of rice. He's going to lay down. He's going to paint it blue and call it John Reynolds.
Too soon.
Just drop the rice through a straw and form a line, then move over to the next, form a line, move over to the next.
Still, one of my favorite videos on YouTube is Paul's unboxing of the new Warlord Games 2mm
Right.
Napoleonics. Yeah.
That shit was too funny.
Well, the thing, he told me about it like he was serious. Like he got some like exclusive shit from Warlord Games, which he'd written an entire fucking book for him.
Right.
So like it's not out of the question. And so he shoots me this message like, hey, I just posted this video unboxing 2mm Napoleonics from Warlord. Check it out. Yeah. Everybody go over and watch that on P. Beckett's channel because that's fucking ridiculous. That's a good point, Scala Gremlin.
Scala, I thought that was his middle name too. Bastard.
Yeah.
A set of rules that I can play what I want to play with.
I did?
I need the Palermo rules or whatever.
Yeah, so
I saved the link. I need to buy them.
it's Polemos by Bacchus, right? Which are designed for 6 mil, but whatever. The point is, you wanted a stand to be a regiment. Stand as a regiment.
That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. Do it.
I would imagine they play pretty well. Bacchus has had them for a long time, and they don't tend to. Bacchus tends to put out a good product.
Yeah, they do.
I've never
Where's
remotely disaffected with anything I ever got from them.
Where's the desert chihuahua at? Why isn't he around here tonight?
He's probably eating chicken or tacos or something like that.
Right.
Tina Turner died today.
So
Yeah,
do I.
What a bust, man. What a bust.
So do I, Chris.
What's that?
Uh,
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Walkabout
God.
City, Mississauga.
Yeah. I miss Mr. Beckus quite a lot. Oh, son of a bitch.
Ha
He was a good dude. All right. We're trucking right along with my USS Texas. So, what? Anybody got anything going good for the holiday weekend? We know Jeffy is going to be playing the shit out of golf.
And I'm going to try to get this Napoleon thing rolling, do a little painting. And I'm going to have a very good relationship with my couch.
Nice.
Purple Druid.
Well, we being
Mike,
Jay,
Freaking
my
good.
brother. What's that?
Looking at Mike's dinosaur.
There you go. Hey, hello, Druid. Welcome, sir. Glad you could join us. So
What's he standing on, Mike? Is that a holder? Is that a paint holder?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Big industrial
I think I've
size
got
paint
one of those
holder.
fucking things I bought. It's useless thing for me. Oh, look, done lost him. He done quit already because he's embarrassed that we can outpaint him.
who, McMurray?
Now he's probably switching because he said he was going downstairs, right?
Yeah. Okay.
I have a couple of those paint pens for labeling, but I need something a little more fine point to do that with. This is going to work good because I can just use a perma marker on these. So
I don't know if
yeah,
I
that
can-
looks real good, Mike. Real good.
uh,
Are you posting any of that shit on the Discord channel so we can see it?
Not yet. Nothing's finished yet. They're all getting closer and closer, but I had made this the contrast line, the dark green, a little too dark. It's orc skin bean paint color. By using this, the way the texture is, I can sort of like equivalent of dry brush the bumps.
Right.
And that definitely is more the look that I was going for.
Nice, nice, nice. And how many of those fellers do you have?
Oh, just one.
Just one.
This was like a $25 model for just the one. Can you see the tiger striping on the skin on the side?
Yeah,
Yeah, it looks
that's what I'm
really
saying.
good.
That's why it looks so good.
Well,
I don't know
so
what
we
the
got
hell's
a-
going on.
That
You're here.
that dark orc skin color is what I reactivated down onto the other skin,
Right.
and it worked okay. It's a little lighter here than I wanted, but it left that line too dark. I couldn't bleed it enough to lighten it, but
Well, the shadow on the ridge of his back and tail going up looks really good. The dark green line
yeah.
that makes them the fins on top pop out.
All right, come on, get back in there, you. He's trying to escape.
Scala Gremlin's currently asking you what you think of those paint handles. I think we're seeing it, Scala.
This is sometimes they're great, and sometimes they suck wiener.
All right. I don't know what the hell just happened. Like, I set my phone down, and then you guys disconnected, and then I was backstage, and then I don't know. Sorry about that. I heard Jeff talking smack, though.
Well, we
so-
thought you were switching over to your computer
No.
so we could see what the fuck you're doing.
No, I'm trying to get that set up right now. Because I just ate
Foursquare.
Foursquare. Butt plug handle. I would Chris,
Yeah,
I would imagine
kind
you-
of. Not quite the right shape here, but
I saw one I can 3D print that has
Yeah.
3 pieces to it that looks really, really good. It's got
So I
the
was about to
handle.
say, I would
and it's
assume
got a
that's what
screw on
Walkabout
top.
does.
But see, I don't paint stuff like. I mean, when I'm painting a tank, a 50mm tank, maybe, but that's about it for me. Shit, I gotta get this. You know, I'm gonna Reese. If you're listening, I'm gonna mail this shit out to you probably when I'm off next week. Chris, change the view. I can see Mike's nose hairs.
Some people pay extra. Good gravy.
Hmm.
Nice.
Broke the little.
Man, I gotta take my drugs. Be right back.
all right. Yeah. That needs to be lighter.
Ba, 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 ba. So this what I was saying is this coming weekend. Jay and I have got some buddies coming to town, and we're gonna play a legitimate game of X-wing using the actual X-wing rules.
Nice. They're not
Um,
bad.
No, they're not. And we're playing a game of what is that called?
The show tonight.
Playing a game of not Car Wars, Gaslands. And the reason we're doing this is we're wanting to kind of get a feel for the two different games, so we can. Damn it! You're here. No, you're not. You're here.
Yeah, how do I keep
What are you doing?
I don't even know how I'm doing this. Like, because I said something, you said something back to me, and then I said it, and then I went to reply, and I was backstage.
Get on your damn computer.
Anyway,
Abject silliness. My apologies.
that's okay. But we're playing X-wing, the actual real rules, version 1 X-wing. We're not dicking around with that version 2 bullshit. But version 1 X-wing and motherfucker. Come on.
Dude, what
There you go.
fuck?
Get on your computer, Muppet.
No, because then there's literally no way you're going to see anything I'm doing.
Well, apparently your phone's a piece of shit, so
I think you're a piece of shit.
Girls.
girls.
You're both beautiful, so now stop it. Because what we're going to do, what we were wanting to do is make motherfucker. He's killing me.
I think he's doing it intentionally.
He could be messing with you.
No. Because now he's dropped off entirely. Anyway, we're going to put together a deodorant
It's about time.
grav tank racing game.
About
For
time.
those of y'all that remember the deodorant grav tanks. Are you here?
I don't know.
But yeah, we're gonna see about putting those two rule sets together to come up with something for deodorant grab tanks.
Deodorant grab tanks. I don't quite think I get that philosophy.
So back in the day, and by back in the day I mean like 1980.
Oh, I was in Germany. They didn't wear deodorant
Right.
They also didn't have tanks at that point either.
or shave.
The White Dwarf had a little blurb about making grav tanks out of old deodorant sticks.
Oh, grab tanks. I thought you said grab tanks, like you threw a bunch of deodorant sticks in a box and people reached in and grabbed one blindfolded.
No.
You know, we
Speaking
did
of
that with the gel
Muppets.
deodorant.
I know a few of y'all could use some.
Speaking of Muppets,
Jeff, you look at all my ACW.
I am. It's lovely. Almost as good as mine. And how are you going to play them?
That's the nice thing. Since Fire and Fury is such a widespread basing system for the last 30 years, a lot of games that come out are kind of designed to be played with Fire and Fury based miniatures. So like Rebels and Patriots, that's pretty much designed to be played with this sort of thing. Or at least to be compatible with this basing. If I want to play Live Free or Die, the ACW variant that I've been messing with, but with the original, basing conventions, that's pretty much this.
Mhm.
I want to play Fire and Fury, which is a great game. That's this. Yeah, so here you're looking at 7 bases and a command stand of Bushwhackers, and then 8 bases and a command stand of Union Infantry, as well as then a Brave Colonel. And then the last, I needed 1 flag bearer for infantry that I painted a few years ago. So I painted that up as well.
Let me see the flag.
I don't have a flag on it yet. I just have the pole.
What's up with that?
I'm not going to do flags, Jeff. I'm not going to do flags on everything.
What's up with that? You got to have the first Muppet Brigade. Got to have a flag.
I do. Maybe I'll make 3rd Corps just for you, Jeffy.
I mean, you can't, you can't. Got to have that shit on it right there. Hand painted.
I don't like hand painting my my little Muppet squares there. I know that you like your colors and your squares and rectangles and circles.
Colors. Man, I worked on one road today at work, and I'm telling you, I spent 7 hours and 20 minutes realigning this road and address points and everything. One fucking road.
All right, let me help you out. ROAD.
That took 2 hours and 15 minutes to spell that.
I know. I'm just trying to help you out, Jeff.
All right, so I'm going to need you all to get together and start working on my 100-yard 1-to-100 terrain board for me to play this game. This is a board game while you're out to it. I expect you all to have it done in a month. Everybody take a section. Or else Hexy, he'll be out laying on the living room floor playing Civil War guys.
You'll have them up on your kitchen counter. I've seen this video before.
I can't. All my printers are sitting out there now. Damn, dude, let me tell you something. I almost pulled the trigger on another resin printer today sitting at work for $399.
That Anycubic giant thing that came out?
That new one that they're getting ready to release here in a day or two.
Yeah. I saw that as well, and it's very tempting, except for that all of my experience with Anycubic machines has been garbage. With a couple different photons.
I want to hear more about these magnetic plate things, and where can I get those for my Elegoo?
The build plates?
Yeah. What you were telling me about, the little magnetic stickers or whatever.
Yeah, hang on. I'll find a link and I'll send it to you.
Mike, Chris, I didn't get a good look at it, but it was a Facebook ad that I saw, and I was like, shit, that looks good. I think it's bigger than the one I got, but I've got my Elegoo Mars 3D Pro is good, so it does a good job. It's fast.
Don't you have the 8K too or something? Or is that somebody else?
No, I think the 8K was the one I was looking at.
Oh, the mono, or you have a 4, don't you?
No, I have the Mars 3D 3 Pro, or whatever.
Yeah, but isn't that a 4K?
I guess. It's what
The Mars line.
It's awesome.
That being said, that thing's build plate is like twice as big as a normal Mars. It's big. It's way bigger than my 2 Pro, for that matter. They're really incrementally stepping that up.
Yes, I did. I did 3 test prints tonight when I got home, trying to figure out how I'm going to do these guys in 2 lines, and that's finally what I came up with, and that's going to work out real good. Cavalry.
You're not going to print them in 2 lines, are you?
No. I print them in single lines. Okay. Like the column guys, the ones that are marching, they got 6 figures across because they're like shoulder to shoulder. But the shooters, I can only get 5 across to make them look halfway decent. Cavalry, I haven't even met. Cavalry and artillery would be an after the fact thing. I'm gonna make Chris Long send me some freaking. Chris, are you printing your artillery and stuff off of Esquisses, or are you getting them from somewhere else? Jester, what's up, brother?
Okay.
We got lots of people. Looks like going to be showing up to this thing in Gettysburg in July.
That's cool.
That is fantastic. All right, Jeffrey, there you go.
Oh, I love it, Jester. I'm going to sell all my games and play only Napoleonics for the rest of my life.
Wise.
I know. I can never let go of my Civil War stuff. Oh. Can you reuse them?
Jeff, did you get that?
Yeah, can you reuse them? Or so the magnetics stick to your build
So
plate?
basically, you have a magnetic sheet that you clean the living shit out of your build plate,
All right.
right? Then you stick that magnetic sheet to your build plate,
Right.
and then it has a steel sheet that goes on top of that magnet, and you can get two of them. And so if you get two of them, you click two, it's $24. But then what that allows you to do is you can pull one off and put the next one right onto the magnet and start another print.
Oh, wow.
As well as that steel sheet being springy makes it a whole lot easier to get stuff off. You're not attacking it with a scraper or anything like that.
That size you have selected, was that for my printer or is that just generic?
It is 150 by 96 or 95.6 is the size for Mars 3 Pro SLA 3D printer.
All right. Sweet.
You can be as mean as you want to, but I'm always going to help you, Jeff.
Shit, Jester, not only did somebody send me a naval game, but I freaking bought one.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, the molds are good, Chris. He's pretty much got everything there, and I think he's constantly working on other stuff.
You bought some rubber duckies for the bathtub? Is that your naval game?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that. We still got to do that.
Well, you got to wait for Todd to get back. And, perfect time to play that right after the spring camp session.
I don't know. I think we're probably going to be too tuckered out after Secret Wrestling Camp.
Well, yeah, but you would probably need to bathe.
Well, yeah, but I don't think my bathtub's big enough for Todd and I.
Okay.
Y'all are just wrong. Charles is hungry. We're going to walk with him to the kitchen.
That works. I'm all in. Okay, here's a 12-pack of nautically themed rubber duckies. Okay.
Did you do this like 2 months ago? Were you looking for ducks?
Well, ever since Todd, left his Jeep cult, it's
Yeah, he's turned weird recently.
recently.
You know what I mean?
I think it's the fact that it might have something to do with the fact that he's outside the country.
No, he's been weird for quite some time now.
Well, again, that goes back to that recently.
Now, it'll all pass if he comes back and you all play Victory Awaits or Foster Name together.
Victory Awaits is his new favorite SCS game. So, you never do know. Okay.
Stella. Guess I need to order these plates. I'm going to be printing like crazy. 2 more days, boys. Then it's vacation. Matter of fact, I might pull my usual trick and tell the boss on Friday I want to start my vacation early.
There you go.
And they just notified us today that the governor has given us Juneteenth off, so I'll get
Why
those.
the hell would West Virginia have Juneteenth off? You're not in the fucking South.
Well, originally we were.
Nah. So I picked up a game this weekend.
I saw that.
That should be some fun. And we're coming up on the 79th year of Battle of the Philippine Sea.
God, has it been
You
that
say
long?
79th year?
I feel like I was there just yesterday.
What'd you say, Mike?
I was just thumping.
No,
No.
you're good. My goofy self. You said Philippine Sea, and I thought Manila Bay, and I was like, it's been a lot more than 79 years since Manila Bay, Chris. But yeah, never mind.
Oh, yeah. No, we're not talking about your Western Pacific style gaming. We're talking about
Greg
Western Pacific
And
style
me
gaming.
and wife.
Okay. Oh. Gamers with Coffee, I believe. How you doing, Greg?
What's up, Greg?
Oh, I see. There should be a comma after Greg. I get it.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking this is Ashley. I'm like, isn't Ashley his wife?
Yes. Yes. Yes, it is.
I'm thinking, who the hell is Greg, me, and wife? Is there something else going on here?
Oh, it could be. It would be if it was me. If it was Greg, comma me, comma and wife, that'd be Greg and Keegan. Me being Keegan, they're his son. Hey, Greg, where? Remind me where in Iowa you are located.
The cornfields.
Yeah, cornfield.
It's then he must be like right next door to me because I'm in fucking cornfields too.
All of you Midwesterners are in cornfields or wheat. And then the ones that got a little too far south decided to do cows instead.
I'm about to
Oh, we
say,
got
it's not-
cows also.
I don't see many wheat fields or cornfields in St. Louis, but you never know.
Speaking of subs, I'm freaking out because I dropped I think I dropped like 5 last week, and then boom, 7 overnight. I'm like, fuck. So I hit
7 new ones or 7 gone?
Hmm?
7 new ones or 7 gone?
7 new ones.
Okay.
I know.
You
I
got
used to
that-
live in freaking Black Hawk County in Waterloo, Iowa. They're big on pork up there too, though. So.
You say that like there's more than one place in Iowa. No, there really isn't more than one place in Iowa. It's like Des Moines, Cedar Rapids, Council Bluffs, the Quads, and Corn. That's it.
And wind and no hills to stop it. Although I did think Iowa was very pretty though. Never did see a tornado when I lived up there. But you could stop on the road and shoot coyotes right out of your vehicle. At least you could when I was out there.
All right. I'm placing 5-inch deck guns and 40 millimeter gun tubs. McMurray,
What's up?
I'm placing 5-inch gun mounts and 5-inch deck guns and 40-millimeter gun tubs.
Beautiful. Get it. Do it to it, man.
Yeah, driving across the Midwest is what a numbing pain in the ass that is. Tennessee, driving across Tennessee, driving across Nebraska, Missouri.
Let's see. Sunflowers with our cornfields here. I mean, I know Texas has a shit ton of sunflowers. My uncle used to farm those. Cedar Rapids, nice. Iowa's just east of Nebraska. Yes, it is. I remember driving across the Midwest and getting excited when the scenery changed from corn to sunflowers to soy. Yeah. Hey, welcome back. Games just got more 1/700 scale ships.
What'd you get this time, Chris?
Floaties.
C-26.
Oh, man.
I'm actually quite interested in that. I got a cool little Kraken when I was at Miniature Market this last time around.
Cracking
Yeah.
your head? That's a good one.
No, for like piratey stuff. I have sharks and stuff, but I needed extra stuff to jump out of the water and attack pirates that are on rowboats and stuff.
How about a whale?
Well, I'm working on that, Chris.
Okay.
I found a great white whale.
Nice.
Yeah,
I saw one on Friday night.
I'm gonna call it. Oh, I was about to make that joke, yeah, buddy. Gonna call it Moby Dick, like Jeff Sachs.
No, my exes were all petite things.
Beautiful women. But yeah, no, there's a variety of things, Chris.
Let's get after it.
I got this little guy that I repainted also. I say little,
yeah.
but so it's pretty close to the original paint scheme, but I just kind of repainted it and touched it up.
Right.
That was one of the St. Peter's Miniature Market crazy deals.
That's cool.
They've got a whole bin of like those plastic pre-painted figures that are
Right.
bent or missing a piece or something like that. They're all like $1 a piece. It's pretty wild.
Oh, I did cast my committee vote on the Charles S. Robert Awards.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, can't tell you all about any of it, but
Sweet. Good to hear you're staying involved.
huh? Yeah, I know. I only made one of the 3 meetings, but I think that was pretty typical for everybody.
Right, that seems like it would be the challenging part, right? Because
Yeah, that was tough and he had the 3rd meeting I was going to make, and then they had to change it again, and there was just no way I could do it. But I got my voting thing, and I think Arnold's got a pretty good little system set up for this. Of course, I don't see the result. Really said and done. And there's no U-boat on there.
Well, guys, I'm going to go experiment and try to make a mess with this strange canisterized.
Oh,
air-
yes, yeah, I got you. I used to carry some of those around when I used to do interior repairs in cars.
So I only have one bottle. You have to spend a fortune to buy them extra, but I got these acrylic marker refills that are the same thread size. So I'm going to attempt to prime my bridge with this air gun. So if I come back covered in paint, you'll know I made a mess of it. Be back soon.
nice. I like it.
Do, 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 do. We're gonna watch McMurray paint on the Muppet Show tonight.
What?
I'm just singing to myself. Hey, did I say 2 more days till vacation?
Yes,
You
you
did.
did.
Okay. I'll make sure I said that as many times as possible. La da da dee da dee da dee 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 dee.
Oh man. Ashley says Greg bought her a Kraken painted up for playing Oak and Iron.
Outstanding. There you go. I have that entire box. I pulled it out, looked at the ships. Not a fan of the ships. Looked at the rules. And so it's still sitting pretty untouched. At some point in time, I should probably pull that out and paint it, but who knows?
Well, I mean, there were some boats that you pulled out and started to put stuff together, and I haven't heard another peep about that.
Well, yeah,
Which
because
good,
I'm
because you should be
finishing
working
up.
on ACW for the next 6 months anyhow.
Well, I'm trying to finish up what I had already on the table, halfway painted, before I move on to something new. Like moving on to a new project is one thing. Moving on when there's half painted parts of a different project, I decided was probably not the best idea.
Oh, so he's going to let the French go first. And of course, the French are going to be in attack mode as usual. Strangers in the night. All right, let's see. Ferguson and Byrne. He's not even on the map yet. All right.
So I did go down and find my great uncle's gravestone.
All right.
I got a picture of it here. Hold on, let me find it here. It is old. Come on. There we go. Share screen. Window. Share. All right, there you go, guys. Ah. So it's really hard to see, but it's gravestone 1664. Joseph H. Arnold, Corporal, Iowa.
Nice.
And this is in the area. The water you see off here in the distance, that's the Mississippi River.
Yep.
And that's looking towards the back end of the quadrangle at Jefferson Barracks. In my little car there, my little Mitsubishi Zeke. I finally convinced Donna to name the car Zeke. He is in section 45, so right. Let me see if I can zoom in here. So right about here, if you can you see where I'm pointing? No, you can't. But in section 45 is where it's located, right about there on the arrow, thereabouts. And then come on. There we go. and then that's the main entrance to the Jefferson Barracks National Cemetery. So, yeah, if y'all ever get the chance to get down to St. Louis, I highly recommend coming to the Missouri Civil War Museum. It's a nice little museum. Scout Gremlin says, finish project before starting next. I mean, I understand each of those words, just not in that particular configuration. Dude, I know what you're talking about. I will finish the USS Texas before I go on to anything else, though. Just because, well, it's kind of how I am with models. So, what else has anybody else got going on this weekend? Anything exciting? We know Hexy he's 2 days away from vacation, and he's gonna have a close personal relationship with his couch, play the crap out of some golf, and get completely sucked into more Napoleonics. McMurray's got pirates and krakens to paint.
Correct. Those are Marines.
Them's Marines? Okay.
Yeah, those are Royal Marines. I'm trying to figure out what all I have and need to do.
Oh, I'm going to start my shelf project now that I know what my rent's going to be here and I'm going to be staying.
Oh, yeah? What's your shelf project, buddy?
I'm going to buy the stuff and I'm going to build shelves up higher up on the wall and get my bookcases out of the way so I can have more wall space.
Yeah.
So, and put all my games up higher on shelves and, like I say, have more ground space to do my thing so that I won't have to keep rearranging my room when I get fidgety.
So Chris Long's got yard work and painting ACW and building more terrain. Telemachus is just replacing FEP sheet on his printer. Charles says once the rats are done, he's got a box of goblins to go after. Nice.
Nice.
Skeller Gremlin says the child turned 16 this weekend. Apparently, I'm socially obligated to be nice to her.
Still available on the black market, I'm telling you.
And then he is also Chris Long is still trying to finish his Western scenery. Do or do not, there is no try, sir. Just saying. Oh. So what other, besides sinking of the Bismarck, what other interesting things happened in military history today?
Today? I'm not sure.
Well, let's find out. Military history today.
I know what was close to this day.
What's that?
In this general vicinity. Battle of Chancellorsville was just a week or two ago. So now Brandy Station ought to be around somewhere about this time.
All right. So let's take a look at let's step all the way back to 1607.
It was a good year.
Captain Christopher Newport and 105 followers founded the colony of Jamestown on the mouth of the James River in Virginia. There you go. They left England with 144 members. 39 of them died on the way over. The colony was near the large Indian village of, I'm not going to pronounce that, home of Pocahontas and the daughter Powhatan, of Powhatan, an Algonquin chief. In 2003, archaeologists believed that they had found the site of the village.
Oh, Jamestown?
Yep.
Oh, there's a bunch of good stuff happened today.
1624, after years of unprofitable operation, Virginia's charter was revoked and it became a royal colony. Oh, yeah. Tomorrow is International Towel Day for Hitchhiker's Guide fans.
How about Samuel Morse making his first call or whatever?
Transmission?
Let's see. 1764, Bostonian lawyer James Otis denounced taxation without representation and called for the colonies to unite in demonstrating their opposition to Britain's new tax measures.
America.
Wow. The Allies finally broke through the German defenses yesterday in Italy.
There you go. 1818, General Andrew Jackson captured Pensacola. 1830, the first passenger railroad in the United States began service between Baltimore and Elliott Mills, Maryland. What was that, about 4 miles? Yep. In 1844, Morris dispatched a telegraph message from the U.S. Capitol to Alfred Vail at the railroad station in Baltimore. The message was, "What hath God wrought?" There you go. 1846, General Zachary Taylor captured Monterey.
And had a festival.
Yep. 1856, the Potawatomi Massacre took place in Kansas. John Brown, American abolitionist and horse thief, presided over the hacking to death with machetes of 5 unarmed pro-slavery border ruffians in Potawatomi, Kansas. In 1861, General Benjamin Butler declared slaves to be the contraband of war.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember reading about that in history class.
1861, Commander Rowan, commanding USS Pawnee, demanded the surrender of Alexandria, Virginia. Amphibious expedition departed Washington Navy Yard after embarking secretly at night under Commander Dahlgren's supervision and occupied Alexandria. Also in 1861, as Union troops entered the vital port city of Arlington across the Potomac River from Washington, D.C., they moved to secure it against rebel resistance. In 1863, bushwhackers led by Captain William Marchbanks attacked a federal militia party in Nevada, Missouri. In 1863, Confederates fired on the commissary and quartermaster boat of the Marine Brigade under Brigadier General A.V. Elliott above Austin, Mississippi on the evening of the 23rd of May. Mm-hmm. You see, Jeffy doesn't like any of this because although it's Civil War, it's all Navy stuff.
That's okay. As soon as he starts playing Ironclads by Yakinto, he'll like it.
Oh, yeah.
I already mailed that to you.
Really?
No.
Oh.
In 1864, accurate gunfire from wooden steamer USS Dawn, acting Lieutenant Simmons, compelled Confederate troops to break off an attack on the Union Army position at Wilson's Wharf on the James River. Also in 1864, Union General Ulysses S. Grant continues to pound away at Robert E. Lee's Army of Northern Virginia in the engagement along the North Anna River that had begun the day before.
Yep, North Anna. I have a game that has that in, a couple of them.
1869, John Wesley Powell departed Green River City, Wyoming with 9 men on an expedition to explore the canyons of the Green and Colorado River. 1900, Marines landed in Taku, China to establish legation guard at Peking.
Good movie. 55 Days in Peking. Charlton Heston.
Did they have duck?
Charlton Heston.
1916, U.S. pilot William Thaw shot down a German Fokker. Well, Fokker's a type of airplane, yeah, but
Those
that German
fuckers were
was flying
Mr.
as-
Smith.
he was in a Messerschmitt. 1917, first U.S. convoy to cross the North Atlantic during World War I leaves Hampton Roads. 1918, USS Olympia anchors at Kola Inlet, Murmansk, Russia, to protect refugees during the Russian Revolution. (1939) The first and only use of Vice Admiral Alan McCann's rescue chamber to rescue 33 men from sunken USS Squalus.
I hear Mike spraying.
Yeah. Hitler ordered a halt to his forces converging on Dunkirk and the British, who were backed to the sea. This event and the next 4 days were described in the 1999 book 5 Days in London, May 1940.
Todd's favorite part of the World War II.
Correct.
1940, Igor Sikorsky performs his first successful single rotor helicopter flight. Yeah, Jeffy doesn't like that either because it's aircraft.
I'm not repelling out of them.
1941, authorization of construction or acquisition of 550,000 tons of auxiliary shipping for the Navy. Here's one for Chris Long, eh? When the Royal Canadian Air Force's 115th Fighter Squadron lands at Alaska's Annette Island, a U.S. Customs officer refuses to let the pilots out of their planes until they pay duty on the arms and equipment.
Nice.
It takes a message from Secretary of State Cordell Hull granting the Canadians distinguished foreign visitor status to end the idiocy. Oh, that's funny. Uh, 1944 attacks by the U.S. 5th Army and the British 8th Army continue. Canadian 1st Corps captures Pontecorvo, and elements reach the Melfa River and established a bridgehead. The U.S. 2nd Corps takes Terracina against heavy opposition from the German 29th Panzer Grenadier Division. At Anzio, forces of the 6th Corps reach Route 7 near Latina to the south of German-held Cisterna. Meanwhile, north of Rome, RAF Spitfires shoot down 8 German FW-190 fighter bombers. 45 on Kyushu, aircraft from U.S. Task Force 58 raid several airfields used by the kamikaze forces, attacking American naval forces around Okinawa. Meanwhile, about 520 U.S. bombers strike Tokyo, dropping some 3,646 tons of bombs.
Get wrecked.
1945 on Okinawa, during the night, Japanese paratroopers on a suicide mission are landed on American-held Yantan airfield and destroy a significant number of aircraft before being wiped out. Meanwhile, Japanese troops conduct vigorous counterattacks in the direction of Yonabara and make a small penetration into the lines of the U.S. 32nd Division.
Yeah, straight wrecked. Get wrecked.
In 1951, lines Kansas and Wyoming become increasingly important with the possibility of a ceasefire and a demilitarized zone that may be required. In 1962, American astronaut Scott Carpenter orbits the Earth 3 times in the Aurora 7 space capsule.
Hey Jeff,
Uh huh.
what do you call Pickett's division at 2:30 in the afternoon on July 3rd?
You don't.
What?
You don't because it didn't exist anymore.
Oh, I was going to say brigade, but dang, you went even farther than I was going to. What color should this doofus be?
Well, I was going to say orange, but you already got the crab being orange. Hmm.
I don't know. We'll come back to it.
Mike. Well, you're not multicolored, Mike.
No, I just got a little on my thumb and fingers.
It makes
That's
love-
Impressive. Look at you go.
It took me maybe 5 minutes to actually get it spitting out some paint, but once it did,
So, if you get a little on your thumb and fingers, you probably need a thicker ply paper.
Yeah, accurate. That or fold a couple more times.
Skylar
Not that.
Gremlin says purple.
not that.
Purple? Let's see. Do I have a purple? I do have a purple. I've got this Hive Dweller purple. I think I have an Army Painter wash that's purple as well. I could call it the Purple People Eater at that point in time.
There you go. Wow. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
I think he's just showing off his counting skills at this point.
11, 12,
Whoa. Ooh.
12 different individuals who received the Medal of Honor received it due to the actions taken on this date in history.
Oh, damn. Look at that. That's pretty wild.
Yeah.
That's a highly decorated day.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of those 12 were during the Civil War.
Yeah.
5 of them, 1860. One of them in 1861, 4 of them in 1864.
Yeah.
No, excuse me,
Okay.
5 in 1864 and 1 in 1861.
I'm about to say there's probably a few days that are like that. Like I'd imagine June 6th might have a whole bunch of them.
Probably, no doubt. Yeah.
I know for the Brits, January 22nd has a lot of Victoria Crosses. That's 11 at Rorke's Drift.
Right.
I think that's still the most ever awarded in a single day at a single engagement. But yeah, that's pretty wild. Let's see here. Did
So total of only 9 on June 6th.
wow.
1.
I guess that makes sense. The U.S. forces kind of had 4 or 5 divisions engaged,
Yeah.
2 airborne divisions and 2 or 3 infantry divisions.
2. Yeah. Let's see. 2 paratrooper divisions and 3 landing divisions.
Yep.
Was it 1st, 4th, and 29th
Yep.
landed? 82nd and 101st dropped.
Correct.
all over the fucking place.
Well, at least it's not as bad as Todd's British 1st Airborne was when he played. Was that Atlantic Wall or Battle for Normandy?
Ground
Yeah.
button.
Yeah, and he dumped like an entire battalion into the channel.
Well, that's no bueno.
Yeah, and then like a week later you realize you rolled wrong and they shouldn't have all died. Oops.
Fucking Todd.
Yeah, it happens. We've all been there. My goofy ass didn't remember that during the Russian campaign, you had to, during the 2 winter turns, you had to keep your Germans in cities. That was pretty embarrassing. Forgot about the variable supply rules. But who knows? Did Todd finish that scenario of Fallschirmjäger he was playing, Jeff? Or did he just take it down because he had to go out of the country?
I think he did.
Okay.
Somebody buzzed.
I mean,
That was me.
Nice. Mike says, bzz, 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 bzz. Okay, so I really don't. I'm not looking forward to painting these Marines, but that's okay. Let's figure out what the hell they're supposed to look like here.
Marines.
Well, the issue is they're like early 1700s. I think these are supposed to be like Indy Wars, like 7 Years' War era. But I'm going to paint them kind of the beginning, the front end of that, right? So like 1750, roughly.
Right.
They're in their coats are too big to be anytime really revolution or post. But the issue is to a certain extent, the earlier you get, the more ridiculous the uniforms are. Which, if there's anyone here who still hasn't seen Barry Lyndon, I would highly suggest it. I know for a minute there it was on YouTube free. But that's quite a good movie.
And to me, a plastic cement does not dry fast.
No, it does not. It is not super glue. It is plastic cement. Like on the flip side, it's basically welding your plastic together, but that does mean it takes a minute.
Oh,
Okay. Royal Marine uniform, 7 Years' War. Why is this so hard to find?
Scholar Gremlin says 98% of the UK's 1% can trace their lineage to the Battle of Hastings almost 1,000 years later. They're still the top of the social pyramid. Now that's what you call a good day. Yeah. My experience with Marines is that it doesn't matter what time frame you're talking about. They look like a bar fight is about to happen or just finished.
What's that, your brother?
No, Scholar Gremlin.
Oh, okay.
But I would not be surprised if Jay said that. Especially knowing our buddy
Mike?
Mike.
Mike never looks shabby. Mike is always on point. He might look semi-homeless right now because of his facial hair and head situation, but
Right.
you know, that's just a
But
matter of
after,
opinion.
however many years of having to be high and tight, I get it.
Jeff, are you okay?
Uh-huh.
Like, do we need to call the Falling Waters Ambulance Brigade for you here, or what?
Pepto-Bismol hotline. Well, I said I was not going to paint it, but I guess I can. It's
Rush.
impossible to play a game with you guys talking nonsense. So
What?
it's impossible to try to play a game with you all talking all your nonsense.
Well, you're welcome.
So I guess we'll just fucking paint.
Oh no. Oh no. How dare you? How dare we force you into such terrible circumstances?
Really getting out of hand with you all lately.
Just imagine how much painting you're going to get done during vacation week next week.
Yeah, you know, I talk all that shit, but
But what?
Fucking and then I never do it. So
Nah, you'll get it done. You'll get a ton of stuff done. You're on a roll now. Like you're on fire. How many of your little regiments have you painted so far?
2.
There you go. So that's 4 strips. Like that's not an insignificant amount.
Mm-hmm.
What was once black is now brown.
There you go.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Oh, you piece of monkey humping crap.
Oh wow. Yikes. Okay, so in other news, I'm painting white on these guys. Jesus, what the hell are these things called? I own a pair of them. Oh jeez.
Oh,
Gator.
jeez.
Oh, jeez.
These guys gators, painting them white.
Shouldn't gators be green?
No, not these gators. These gators have an I in them. And no O.
Oh. Oh.
No O.
Replaced by an E.
Correct. Gaiters. Gators.
Or they keep the
Gators.
snow out gators or keep the snakes out gators?
These are keep the pain in gators. Because they're just regimental uniform at the time. Probably snakes out, if I'm being honest with you. / keep your stockings from getting snagged on everything and tearing up. But these guys are serving in the on the Spanish Main, as it were, so snow is probably the least of their concerns. It's not exactly that kind of war for them.
I just realized it's 7:30 here and I have not eaten dinner.
It's all right. It's overrated, Mike. You're doing great things, though. Look at your models.
Right?
I am making progress, yes. But I think I will make some food.
Yay, food.
Probably a
Back.
solid option. That's what I was doing right at the start of the show here.
I just ate literally just now.
What'd you eat?
A little healthy choice spaghetti.
Oh, baby, look at that. Jeffy's been eating really healthy. He's been eating vegetables and stuff, and not just McDoubles and stuff.
I did do McDonald's the other day, though.
Oh, well, so much for what I was saying. Never mind.
Once in a while. Come on, who can resist a Big Mac?
Hello. It's just not my favorite, man. I don't know. I'd rather do a quarter pounder or a double quarter pounder.
Well, usually when I order quarter pounder with cheese, and I order a Big Mac. I don't do that every
That
night.
being said, I did grow up in Missouri when Big Mac Land was the thing in St. Louis, and that was a pretty not formative part of my childhood, but it was a thing in my childhood for sure. Back when Mark McGuire was hitting dingers
Before they tested him for drugs.
and seeing him out there. What?
Before they tested him for drugs,
Yeah, dude.
him and Jose Canseco.
Dude, all of them. Look at them. They're freaks of nature, man.
Yeah,
Like
they are.
him,
Very
Sammy
biased.
Sosa, Ken Griffey Jr., all of them, man. They're giants. Yeah. Come on now.
Okay, F-35. Need more boats. Need more life rafts.
I am very, very familiar with the need more boats problem.
Ah, here we are. How many of these do I need? Oh, just one. Okay, good. One on each.
I'm gonna remember these are Yankee boys, Jeff. Yankee boys.
You're painting Union forces, Jeff?
Yeah, well, I had that one stand that I put. I mean, I could have painted them to be Rebs, but
I mean, let's be honest. Is there really a difference in?
I don't think a whole lot of the Yanks wore the cowboy type hat thingies, whatever they call them. Slouch hats? No, not slouch hats.
Yeah.
Hardy hats.
Oh. In the West, they certainly did.
Hell, I never knew there was a difference between a forage cap and a kepi. Until I printed these fucking things.
I was about to say, was there really that much of a difference between a forge cap and a kepi?
Yeah.
Forge cap's taller?
Yeah, and then it just sort of sagged down like.
Yeah.
Doesn't the kepi have like a? Didn't it have like a device on the top of it on the crown?
Both of them could. On the like round chunk on the top,
Yeah.
both of them could.
Yeah, okay. Well,
I want to say some people like to say that kepis had to have havelocks, a little neck covering, but that doesn't seem necessarily to be true. Maybe the ability to mount one, but they were certainly worn constantly without them. I don't remember where I was reading that, but it was just one of those, wait, what? Sort of moments.
Scout Grimlin says you had a bar in the Navy town for 10 years. Yeah, so you would have some firsthand experience with some Marines. All right, where are you? There you are.
White, 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 off white, off white, off white.
So my brother ordered himself a new FDM printer.
Nice. What did he grab?
He ordered a refurbished Neptune 2.
Nice. Like
received an email.
from Elegoo?
Yeah, from Elegoo.
Nice.
He received an email saying, we're out of those. We'll send it to you when, we'll send it to you when we can.
Oh, no way, man.
Well, he received it yesterday,
Oh, nice.
but it wasn't a 2.
Oh, it was a Neptune 1?
No, a Neptune 3.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. I thought that was going to be a disappointing story. That's a badass story.
Yeah. Quite nice. Quite nice. Get off my finger, you piece of garbage.
Has he printed anything on it yet?
He printed the little test doohickey,
Yeah.
but apparently a cable harness got snagged
Ouch.
and it shifted the build plate,
Oh, okay.
but he's found somebody has designed a cabling.
A printable doohickey to fix it.
Yeah, that
Outstanding.
looks like the things on the oh damn it the lack of a better term, the belt that is used to load the rounds into a A10 GAU8.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
All right, putting on the whale boats.
There you go.
Moving right along here. Moving right along. Mandarin Mike is making chicken pad thai.
Oh man, fancy. Look at Mike go. Jesus.
Charles says he wants a Wendy's Baconator.
Yes, sir.
Good. Jeff has no response. He just agrees.
My problem is I live so far in the sticks that we only have a single fast food restaurant in town.
What's that?
It's McDonald's.
There you go. At least you got the good one.
We used to have a Hardee's.
What happened to that? Shut down
It went tits up.
during COVID?
No, prior.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, the owner was
Having some trouble.
a disgusting individual,
That'll happen.
and not due to cleanliness of body, but cleanliness of mind.
That's gross.
Yeah,
Neither one of them is great, but that one's almost worse.
yeah. Let's put it this way: he enjoyed his
Employees too much?
his female employees.
That'll happen. Not supposed to do that. It's unprofessional. And
Yep.
fucked up.
Yep. Okay, we're getting into a serious part of this, so I'm going to set it aside for now because I don't want to. My eyes are starting to hurt. I don't want to fuck it up any more than I already have. So, all right, guys.
Where are we sitting at on your what's the progress look like?
Well, see, it's all right now. It's sub-assemblies being stacked onto the
Main deck?
superstructure. We're not
Oh,
even
okay.
going on the main deck yet. So, for instance, I got this is what I'm just now finishing up.
What all are we looking at here, Mr. Christopher?
So looks like the conning bridge,
Okay.
and then I've got 6 of the 10 5-inch deck guns, 3 on each side. I got 6 of the 40 millimeter gun mounts.
Those quad tubs?
Yeah, all quad tubs. Now this is this here. Ow, motherfucker. I'm having problems with that one little piece. Guess what? That one little piece
Zip.
on. Then I got this piece, which actually this might be the conning bridge. I've got
Damn, Andrew.
What?
You and that nose, dude.
Man, it's being outside rolling around in the grass and stuff, but yeah.
so I got this the main mast assembly done.
Tripod. Lattices
And
are
then
dumb.
then I've got the front, the 4-mast fighting top done.
Nice.
With its
Is there a 3-inch gun mounted on the boat crane, Chris?
at this point in time, I believe it had been removed.
Oh, what the hell? Can you imagine A, having to climb up there under air attack, and then B, trying to get ammunition up to that thing?
Right?
Like, that's my favorite part is looking at that picture is A, yikes getting up there. B, there's not a rack. There's not an ammunition locker. There's nothing.
Right.
There's not even a ready rack around the inside of that tub. It's just kind of a gun sitting up there. Which kind of begs the question, like, okay, so is there a guy like at the bottom putting ammo in a sling to then be hauled up? But then at the same time, it's one of those, where are the casings going? Because I don't want to be the guy down at the bottom trying to feed you ammo into a sling if I got, spent 3-inch shell casings dropping on my head.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Some mysteries, man. I think it's probably aliens.
Had to bring the aliens into it, didn't you?
Or if you asked Graham Hancock, there was probably some sort of unknown wisdom that's been lost to our time that was only known by, sailors in the 1940s, and now it's gone forever. He's a weird dude, and it kind of makes me sad that, like, Netflix and stuff are giving him so much attention. But that's okay. Whatever.
All right.
Okay, so we got all their gaiters done. Now we got to do their cuffs.
Oh man.
I kind of started doing this also with this brain matter beige, not a true white. I don't know if that's going to wind up looking too dirty at the end of it or a little nicer or what, but I think if all else fails, I can always just say, well, they've been at sea for quite some time now.
There you go.
I know people look too close to
Out for the night.
What's up?
I am out of here.
Why is that? What's up, buddy?
Good night. Love you.
Good
Bye.
night, Jeffy. Bye, buddy.
See ya, bub.
He stuck around longer than usual. Usually, as soon as he says he's out, boom,
Yeah.
camera's dead. Jeffy's gone for the world.
Oh. Well, I think we are going to go ahead and wrap up for the evening.
That makes sense.
So, probably not going to have a Peyton chat on Saturday because
Oh no.
we got the guys coming into town. My buddy Eric from Springfield, and then Mike coming over from Cameron.
Say hello to the gentleman for me.
I will. And then after this weekend, I'm going to be pressing hard to get Con Sonar figured out.
There you go.
Because my plan is to take it to March to Victor Battles and Brews.
Battles and Brews. That'll be cool. That'll be really cool to see.
Yeah.
That's not something you get to see a lot.
So 1/700 scale subs going at it.
I'm still wondering, Chris, what do you think? Should I go for 15 millimeter ACW? Should I go for 28 millimeter Pirates? What? Like, what am I?
I think 28 millimeter Pirates, man.
Okay.
I mean, you're hitting them hard.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the thing. They're one of those collections that have been hit hard, hard, hard for, quite some time, and there's almost assuredly more than enough, oh God, uh, figures to really put a wild game on the table. I'm going to need to build a lot of terrain. That's the thing, but that's okay. I got, a couple of months here.
Yeah.
I could probably reasonably stop painting these guys and just start focusing on terrain. But at this point in time, these guys are close enough to done that it seems a little wasteful not to do it. The other thing is, what rules am I going to use and all that stuff. But
Right.
we got plenty of time to figure that out.
If you're doing 28 millimeter pirates, you could do rum and bone guys if you don't mind more fantastical pirates.
That's fair. I was thinking, and if I'm going to do mainly ship to ship stuff, like with guys on ships, I'll probably use limeys and slimies, just because it's really simple, and it does a pretty good job of kind of just mixing in ship to ship combat and then incorporating boarding actions and everything else. Like the rules are 2 pages long. I don't know. Is that a rule set you were suggesting, Mike, or figures?
Rum and Bones is a board game series that has miniatures
Oh, okay.
from CMON, CMON.
Okay, yeah.
So kind of like Zombicide.
Yeah, and some of them are deeply discounted. You can get them on Miniature Market for really cheap for some of their packs.
Oh,
But they do lean towards the really weird, more fantastical dudes.
that's fair. We'll see. I'll have to jump on there.
You can always kit bash them or do whatever to make them fit for whatever you want.
That's very true. Plus, if they're at Miniature Market, that means I can order them today and pick them up tomorrow, which is pretty handy.
Yep. So
It has been a while since I've bought Rum and Bones from them, though, so I don't know if they blew them all out in a sale or not. Or
You never know. It used to be like their main acquisition method, back in the day, used to be buying out other miniature stores. So they would have like waves of stuff, right? Which is also why then in their retail store they always had racks of like DVDs and those goofy little dolls with giant heads on them and shit.
Yeah.
But I think they've gotten away from that for the most part because their business was successful enough that they had to start ordering stuff. But I remember back in the day they used to just buy most of their stuff by the pallet and pay by the pound.
they have very little Rum and Bones left. Some of it's 20% off, some of it's 50% off.
Oh baby.
Look out, Snoopy. Scholar Gremlin wants to know what system you do end up using. He says he likes the idea of a simplistic 28 millimeter pirate game, but Blood and Plunder wasn't quite scratching the itch.
I had the same kind of results with Blood and Plunder when I tried playing it. Granted, that was probably 6 years ago, maybe 7. That was when, Chris, I don't know if you even remember game night being in Miniature Market's old location. So before Miniature Market's current location on Manchester there, they had a store in Afton down off of 55.
Yeah.
And before that, they were on Watson, a block east of where game night currently is.
Oh, okay.
That's Miniature Market's original location. And then when whatever the split was between either the ownership or the management or whatever of Miniature Market and game night back in the day, Miniature Market moved out of that space and game night was in that space. But that was where I first played Blood and Plunder when it first came out. Because I remember having Old Glory Pirates, right? And that's what we ordered. to then try and play Blood and Plunder because we saw that Blood and Plunder was coming out. And so we ordered Old Glory pirates and Old Glory ships and stuff because, yeah, of course. And that's a good way to get it done and get miniatures and have them ready to rock and all that.
Right.
And then wound up playing it, not being the biggest fans of it. Actually, Chris Long, if you're still on your walkabout, maybe you can clarify, is Blood and Plunder into a second edition? I thought they were, but I can't find anything in this rule book that I just got that says like second edition or anything like that. So I don't know, but I just got that starter set because at the very least I wanted the miniatures. And so I need to figure that out. Like I said, Scout Gremlin, to be honest with you, if I want to play with the boats being movable and fireable with their cannons and stuff, I'll probably play Limeys and Slimies just because it's that much simpler. And there is a dude locally here, Kevin Fitzpatrick, who's a good dude, and he puts on games of Limeys and Slimies fairly routinely. So he'd be a ridiculously good resource to for me to kind of pick the brain of. Otherwise, it will probably wind up being, bigger battles, very, very similar to my 28 millimeter Victorian airships game, but with some different flavor to it, obviously, and some other stuff.
So Chris Longs has two comments here for you. First off, the rules have changed slightly, but not sure how much.
Okay.
And then he says, I was thinking about ordering from Miniature Market, but for the sale, but every time I order, I get a cart. It says we can't ship to your country. So you know how you fix that. You tell McMurray what you want to order, and he orders it to pick up, and then just ship it to you.
Yeah, holler, man. We'll figure something out.
Yeah, we can make that happen, dude. And the only reason I'm throwing McMurray under the bus here is because he lives in St. Louis.
Correct.
I would have a 2-hour drive to do it, but
correct.
But we can make things happen for you, brother.
Yeah. Amen. All we need in return is 3D printed stuff and syrup.
And beaver pelts.
And beaver pelts, correct. And beaver pelts. The finest Canadian beaver.
Yes.
Bonnie McMurray.
Nice.
But yeah, these, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna say it. I'm probably gonna regret saying it. Painting these sleeve turnbacks isn't too bad.
There you go. Are they the right color?
Yeah. So they're Marines, not infantry regiments, so I don't have to worry about colored facings, which is really nice because otherwise I just tell people to eat a dick.
Right.
But yeah. So it's really not too bad. I'm obvious.
Where'd you go, McMurray? Now he's back.
Yep, sorry. I'm obviously not doing all the filigree and whatnot, but
That's fine.
yeah, that'd just get a little excessive. Not to mention the fact that as much as that's awesome in Hollywood and stuff, it's not super duper practical for some folks who might not legitimately see a home port for a few years.
Yeah.
You need to have one jacket. That's always something people need to remember. Like, whether you're talking about Civil War or here, or even honestly, well into World War I, like replacement uniforms weren't as common as one might think. Like in World War II, everybody sees, you got the scenes in Band of Brothers and whatnot where, oh, okay, we're coming back, take a shower, pitch your old uniform, get a new uniform. That's a relatively modern thing.
Yeah.
And honestly, I feel like if you ask most World War II veterans, that wasn't necessarily the most regular of things either. But yeah. Okay.
Chris Long says Atomic Mass and FOW don't let stores ship to other countries, same as Wizards of the Coast.
Well, you know what? I'm not a store. Let's
Yep.
get it. Let's
We
get it, dude.
We can make that shit happen.
Again, all we demand in return is syrup and beaver pelts. Not that lame for export stuff. We want the good Canadian table syrup. You know,
Right.
like what you guys drink, not what you export.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we can figure that out. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Because that's, yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, it might get to the point where, well, it probably won't be. I want to say, because I was about to say, if it gets to the point where shipping turns out to be more than you would normally pay anyways, but something tells me once you get like, if anybody has import duties or crap like that, or the just dumb markups like Warlord, then it's going to be way cheaper just to buy it here and ship it to you. Because it's way cheaper if you're in the U.S. or actually most of the world to have somebody in the U.K. buy Warlord stuff for you and then have them just ship it from their house to your house, because Warlord's really stupid about conversions. But that's getting a little off into the ranty weeds there. All right. There are my cuffs. Dunzo. Okay, now. I think the belts are semi supposed to be white, sometimes supposed to be white, sometimes not supposed to be white. Let's see. In some pictures they are, in some pictures they aren't. Why don't we look up Lieutenant Maynard Blackbeard? Okay, right there. That's not good because Maynard is depicted wearing a blue uniform. And that's because he's Royal Navy, not a Marine. Let's see. Robert Maynard. Because Blackbeard was killed in what, like 1610 or something like that? 1618. 1618.
Oh. Try 1718.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, that's the one.
He's
Yeah, I got
circa 1680 in what is expected to be Bristol, England.
Oh no, I got you. I already got it pulled up.
Yeah, we know for sure that he died 22 November 1718 in Ocracoke, North Carolina, British America. Stab wounds and gunshot wounds. He was only a pirate for 2 years.
Yeah, it's not usually not usually something that it's kind of one of those professions where guys die young, I feel like.
Yeah. He was 35 to 40 years old. So, I mean, you're right there, man. You could start up being a pirate now and live another 2 years, and you'll be right there with him.
I'm good. I don't feel like dying in the Carolinas, man.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So. All right, guys. Well, we've gone 2 hours. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Everybody out there, thanks for showing up. Chris Long, Scholar Gremlin, Greg and company, Charles, Telemachus. Guys, thank you one and all. Mike, thanks for showing up tonight. Hexy, if you're still watching. Reese, if you're still out there, hope you feel better. Get back to them turkeys. Give them what for. So, everybody take care. And like I said, probably not going to have a Saturday night show. May or may not do the Friday night chat like we did a couple of weeks ago. Depends on when the guys are coming into town. So
if you do, I'll be here, man. Just let me know.
all right, sounds good. Until next time, we shall see you on the flip side.
See you.